How it feels to face a microphone for the first time. Radio broadcast, July 1927. Many articles have been written on this subject, but none has afforded us more amusement or seemed to more accurately portray the situation than that written by Francis Hackett, the Irish novelist, for the Radio Times, London. A few paragraphs culled from the midst of others equally droll. In the studio, there is perfect silence. You must begin, and for 2 instants you are struck by a dumb futility. How do you know that anyone is listening? This audience is a blank. It is inanimate. It cannot clap or boo or say "hear, hear." For all you know, everyone has gone away to dinner, and you are about to chatter to the void. This thick suspicion is so unbearable that you brace yourself to believe in something totally outside your experience. It is like a dive. In the way that a diver must say goodbye to his springboard and launch his body into the air, so must you pass from the sure footing of silence and launch into speech. With a rushing and breathless celerity, you give your words to space, and what you are saying flicks by you unrecognized, like telegraph poles from a train window. This is a strange confusion. You know you have actually begun to speak, but what exactly you are expressing, what the words are conveying, is not in your grasp. In the first moments, you have more sensations than you can deal with. This plunge is headlong, dizzying, and obliterating. You have broken with the habit of a lifetime, have lost the earth. Whenever before you have spoken in public, you have had your victims before you. They looked at you, you looked at them. They coughed if you bored them, and when they fell asleep, you could enjoy their peaceful expression. After the first 5 minutes, what you want to say really takes possession of your mind, and you definitely want to communicate to these invisible listeners exactly what you have felt. As this conviction mounts, the act of speaking becomes more natural and more amusing. You are not courageous enough to look at the clock, which is glaring at you from the right, and you dare not look away from the microphone lest it should turn its back on you. The dive is over. You are no longer gulping the water and gasping. You begin to time your strokes, to find a rhythm, to swim. And as you do this, the futility of your own ideas gradually becomes less apparent. You actually convince yourself that what you are saying is not so idiotic. Then the pleasure of speaking to invisible listeners begins to gain on you. Can they escape from you? You don't believe it. The disease which attacks all speakers seizes on you, verbal elephantiasis. Your words begin to swell. You feel you have a great deal more to say, and you turn away so that the ugly, sour-faced clock can no longer see you. Several athletic young men loom up at this point and make formidable gestures. You plead, they threaten, they drag you away.